meeting
Okay.
is. The public
Okay, so this is a
discussion-
meeting of the Board of Appeals being held by Zoom meeting. And it's a regular meeting of the Board of Appeals and also a public hearing on the petition of Selco Partnership for a variance at 16 Meadowbrook Road, East Long Meadow, for the erection of a cell tower at 16 Meadowbrook Road. The first item on tonight's agenda are the minutes from the meetings at August 9th and July. The day in July. Have you guys read those minutes?
Yes, I have.
I looked at them and I was okay. The other one was July 12th. And so is everybody read the minutes?
I make a motion to approve.
Okay, so we have a motion from Dan Plotkin to approve the minutes for
I
August 9th
second,
and
Mark.
July 12th, seconded.
Yeah.
Then we'll do a voice vote. Jim,
Aye.
you're for it. I am also for it. Dan
Yep.
and
I am.
Francis. Okay,
Yeah.
so the note in there that we passed the minutes. So the next item is the petition of Selco Partnership, DBA Verizon Wireless. And I'll have the clerk, if we've got, or Nina maybe, I don't know if the clerk is got the meeting, because our clerk isn't here tonight. So can Nina read the minutes or the publication that was put in and just verify the dates that it was published and the fact that everybody within 300 feet was notified?
All right, so it's for new business, case CV 2021-4, request for use variance under the Federal Telecommunications Act of 1996 from East Long Meadow zoning bylaw section 5.53A. One, for a 125-foot telecommunications monopole tower and related equipment at 16 Meadowbrook Road, assessor's parcel ID 78-1-0 in the Residence A zoning district, and a request for dimensional variance for 150 plus or minus foot relief from East Long Meadow zoning bylaws section 5.54B setback requirements. Petitioner Selco Partnership, DBA Verizon Wireless, 20 Alexander Drive, Wallingford, Connecticut 06492.
Okay, and what dates were those published?
Would need any from that. Advertising date is 9/30 and 10/7.
10/7, okay, and notices were sent out to the abutters within 300 feet? Do we know when those were sent out?
Yes, they were.
Okay, so we're petitioning, so as rules of the road for anybody who's at the meeting, we would request that whoever speaks gives their name and address first. We will take questions from or a presentation from the petitioner first. The board will ask questions. We will take opposition secondly. We'll ask questions. If new things come up in the opposition that weren't addressed in the initial proposal, then we will allow the petitioner to address those new items that were up and ask questions. But before we get started with this, I want to give the petitioner the option to proceed or not. There are two items that have come up that we're concerned about. Number one is we only have 4 members present tonight. In order to get we usually have 5. In order to get a variance, normally you would need a vote of 4 members. If you have 5, you can get a vote of 4 or 5 in order to pass. Since we only have 4, in order to be granted the variance tonight, you would have to have a unanimous vote. So my question is, do you want to proceed with only 4 members, or do you want to wait until there are 5 members present? If someone is, for the petitioner is present and could.
Yeah, Mark, he's on his way in.
Okay.
Mr. Fenton, I believe.
Mr. Fenton, okay. Mike,
Good evening, Mr. Chair.
we have only 4 members tonight, and we didn't know whether or not you wanted to proceed with 4 or wait till we had 5. One of the members, one of his friends died, and we didn't know until, the wake was going to be tonight. So he's at the wake as we speak, as one of his best friends. So we only had 4 members, so you would have to get a unanimous vote instead of 4 or 5, and we didn't want to proceed. If you wanted to wait until you had a 5-member board, so that you would have, only to convince 4 or 5 instead of 5, but 4 or 4. And then secondly, we received a letter from an abutter that indicated that this land is governed by Chapter 61A, and that the town has a right of first refusal that hasn't been offered to them when you change the use. And I don't know if you want to continue to go through that process, or you want to go forward with the understanding that it all could become for naught if the town exercises its right of first refusal, or first purchase, or however you're changing it, so it won't be first refusal. It'd be the right to purchase the land that's being changed.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. We would like to proceed with the permitting irrespective of the Chapter 61A matter. We're going to address that after zoning is complete, and we think that given the variance, there's some considerations the board may have to the exact location of the tower, and we wouldn't want to go through that process of the right of first refusal with the town until we have that zoning determination. But with respect to the shorthanded nature of the board tonight, we would like to request a continuance to the next available date for your board so that we can have the benefit of the full 5-member team.
Okay, and we just would ask, I don't know where we are in terms of our decisions, because we have time frames that we have to make. Just would ask for just a written extension, and extend the time for us to make the decision, if you would, Michael.
We'd be happy to do that.
Okay, and Nina, do you have the next date of our hearing? I believe it's beginning of November.
The next meeting is November 8th.
November 8th. Is that acceptable? That's not an election night, correct? It's a Monday. I believe it's the night before the election, so I don't know if that's going to create an issue or not.
Fine for us.
Okay. So, do we have a motion?
I'll make that motion, Mark. I
Okay,
move
to continue to the 8th, and it'll be at 6:30 PM. It'll be again by Zoom, and we'll notify everybody of that's got notice of the Zoom the same way again, that it's been continued until November 8th at 6:30 PM to be done by Zoom. And people are free to submit, and anybody second the motion.
I second, Mark.
Okay, we'll take a roll vote. James?
In favor.
In favor. Mark Beglings is in favor. Daniel?
favor.
Favor. And Francis.
In favor.
So it's been continued to November 8th at 6:30 PM by Zoom, Michael. And hopefully we'll have 5 members. Usually we have 6 members on the board, so we have an alternate, but the alternate had said he wouldn't be there. So we knew we were only going to have 5, but then one of our members wasn't able to do it. So,
We appreciate the consideration.
okay, thank you. Is there any other business before the board? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to close this meeting.
So moved.
I second.
Second. I'm in favor. I'll raise your hand. Favor? Okay.
Favor.
I'll take a record that it was unanimous to continue it to November 8th at 6:30 PM. We'll all see you guys then, hopefully.
Okay. Thanks,
All
Mark.
right. Thanks, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Okay. Good night.
Have a good night, guys.
Yep. Bye-bye.